Hello, good morning. Welcome to this news bulletin. New news in detail. In a major breakthrough for security forces in Jammu and Kashmir, 7 Pakistani rangers and an infiltrating terrorist were gunned down on Friday in retaliatory fire by the border security force along the international border in Hiranagar sector of Kathua. An Indian officer was also injured in the exchange, but Indian troops have been responding to repeated Pakistani provocations of ceasefire violations and infiltration bids with full fire and determination. A Pakistani spy was arrested in Jammu and Kashmir's Samba sector yesterday. 2 Pakistani SIM cards and a map showing the deployment of security forces were recovered from him. Bodhraj, a resident of Arnia in Jammu district, is being interrogated by security forces. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the country's second eco-friendly international airport terminal at Harni in Vadodara today. The state-of-the-art terminal, built at the cost of 160 crore rupees, is spread over 18,000 square meters and can handle 700 passengers per hour. During his visit to Vadodara, the Prime Minister will also attend a program for distributing artificial limbs and assisting devices to over 10,000 Divyangs in Vadodara. The event will be jointly organized by the Central Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Artificial Limb Manufacturing Corporation of India, Kanpur and Vadodara District Administration. It will be Modi's first visit to Vadodara after becoming the Prime Minister in May 2014. In last Lok Sabha elections, PM Modi got elected from both Vadodara and Varanasi seats, but he retained the latter. Pitching for making India an important commercial arbitral centre, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has said efforts are being made to revive the arbitration centres in Mumbai and the national capital with a view to expedite contractual dispute resolution at a lesser cost. Addressing a conference on strengthening arbitration and enforcement in India, the Finance Minister said for India to emerge as a major arbitral centre, it needs independent and credible set of arbitrators. Currently, the most respected arbitration centres are in US, UK, Europe and Singapore. Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, or UDAN, a much anticipated scheme by the centre to strengthen regional connectivity, has been unveiled. The scheme aims to provide air journey opportunities at cheaper fares for people in Tier 2 and 3 cities and towns. Apart from this, the scheme also has the potential to make almost 50 underutilized airports across the country operational. A first of its kind in the world, UDAN will be based on market mechanism as well as bidding for a minimum of 9 seats and a maximum of 40 seats in a fixed-wing aircraft. For 50% of the seats of flights under UDAN, the fare cap will be 2,500 rupees and the rest will be market-based pricing. The first flight under this scheme is expected to take off around January next year. The Yadav family feud in Uttar Pradesh keeps going through its daily twists and turns. While efforts were made on Friday by uncle and SP UP unit chief Shivpal Yadav to extend an olive branch by saying Akhilesh will remain chief minister if the party wins in the next year's assembly polls, it did not melt the chief minister. He stayed away from a key party meet called by Shivpal. However, shortly after Shivpal concluded his meeting, Akhilesh summoned the same participants to the chief minister's residence in the evening to advise them to make preparations for his statewide Rath Yatra starting November 3rd. After chikungunya and dengue menace in Delhi, bird flu scare has gripped the national capital. The fear spiked after dozens of birds were reported dead in zoo and deer park, which have been temporarily closed for time being now. The city has geared up with precaution to keep the deadly disease at bay. The Gwalior Zoo has been closed for visitors after reports confirmed that the death of 15 birds over the last 4 days were due to a new bird flu virus. The central government said a new bird flu virus subtype H5N8 has been confirmed in samples from Gandhi Zoological Park, Gwalior. Meanwhile, Centre on Friday issued necessary guidelines to state governments and zoo authorities across the country for control and containment of infection. In sports, India will face rising Asian power Iran in the summit clash of 2016 Kabaddi World Cup today. Earlier, 7-time defending champions India steamrolled a hapless Thailand 73-20 to storm into the final in Ahmedabad on Friday. The Indians proved their supremacy and prowess in the sport and toyed with the Thais in the lopsided second semi-final. Iran had earlier defeated South Korea in a low-scoring thriller. Iran came back from 11-13 down to beat the Koreans by 28-22. Well, that brings an end to this bulletin. Stay tuned to DD News. Namaskar.